Hi, Boone. Hi, Sungmin.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Um, I'm still driving. A little bit of traffic situation. So I'll be on mute for a couple more minutes and give a minute for everybody else to join as well.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, give me one more minute. I'm almost there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, maybe we can get started. I see it's just three of us. So this may be a short meeting. Just a quick update from our side. Singmin and I, we worked a little bit in the background to update the design. So where we are is the CPU chiplet. It has the HBM4 files created, and UCEs are being added. We have on the other side created the HBM4, and at the substrate level, we have a netlist that connects the CPU chiplet, the HBM files on the CPU chiplet to the HBMs. And once we have the UCEs on the chiplet, we'll hook up the UCEs as well, but basically the CPUs together through the UCEs. We are using the UCEs by 32 at 45 micron pitch. That's kind of the status as of a couple of days ago. Sigmund, is there anything new on your side since a couple of days ago?
Nothing on my side today. Yeah. I'm still working on mapping the wrapper to my CPU design.
Okay.
And yeah, I think I can give you the results by next Monday.
Okay, that will be great.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we basically when I said we created the HBM files and updated the CPU chiplet, what I was talking about is having the boundary netlist for the chiplet. So Singmin right now is working on hooking up the guts of that chiplet to that boundary, to those boundary pins. So next step for us, Singmin, would be once we have that hooked up, probably on the other side of the memory chiplet.
Hey guys.
Hey Tony. So probably on Monday when we work, we can talk about how difficult it is to hook up that netlist to the boundary pins, and if you need some automation or something to do that, right? Because these are big. It's a big netlist with a lot of pins.
Yeah.
Tony, I'm not sure how much you caught of what we were talking. Tony?
I just dialed. I caught nothing. So apologize.
Okay, so let me repeat then. We have
Late, but
we
sync
have
issues.
yeah, PCs do that.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you hear us?
Yeah, I hear.
Okay. So what I was the quick update, we started with a quick update. So what we have is me and Singmin worked offline on setting up the design and basically updating it to the what we talked about, right? HBM4s and UCEs. So the CPU chiplet right now has the HBM5s, and Singmin is working to add the UCEs. We have the HBM4 defined, and the substrate level netlist right now has the connectivity between the CPU chiplets and the HBMs. Once we have the boundary pins for the UCEs, will add the connections between the UCEs.
And I'm back. Sorry, I've got the internet issue today. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. um, uh, did you catch anything of what I was just saying?
Nothing, sorry.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna give you, and I'm gonna repeat this for a third time. So, CPU chiplet, we have the HBM4 PHYs, and Singmin is working to add the UCE instances. HBM4, we have the bump map, we have the pins, we have the boundary Verilog, and we have a substrate level netlist that connects the CPU chiplets to the HBMs.
Awesome.
Once Singmin adds the UCE instances, will create the substrate level connectivity between the UCE.
I'm losing you. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm wondering if it's me that has Wi-Fi issues. Is it any? Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's me. I'm doing a massive sync on my PC and I'm sucking up all the bandwidth for that.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So
So I did hear, so Sigmund's added 4 HBMs. We have a top level set net list that ties those
the CPU is
together.
correct. Yes.
Do we have any, yeah, are those PHYs just kind of wires, or are they wires with buffers?
Those are probably going to be just wires. And Sigmund is actually working to get the CPU chiplet, right? We have the boundary netlist, basically all the boundary pins for the HBM PHYs. Those boundary pins needs to basically the guts of the chiplet needs to connect to those boundary pins. So his work.
Right, and we have like an HBM chiplet that has some SRAMs in there.
Yes.
Okay, and so it's actually a somewhat functional then.
Yes. Just the connectivity between the guts, right? The block that Singmin has that has the SRAMs. All those wires needs to be connected to the HBM boundary pins.
Mhm.
And on the other side, the CPU chiplets, all the guts of the chiplet need to be connected to the boundary pins.
Right. Cool.
After that, we'll see if we can, once we have those netlists hooked up, synthesize, place, and run some simulations and see how the whole thing works.
So
Only if you're saying something, I didn't get it.
yeah, I said, what's the status of the layout on the chiplets? Place around.
Sorry, I couldn't catch your voice. Can you sing, please?
Yeah, but what Tony, Simon, what Tony was asking is,
Yeah.
what's the status on the layout? And I think we discussed that you have a flow where you
David,
take,
I'm going to dial into my phone because this.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to dial.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me check my network as well.
Correct.
Network is not stable now.
No, I think it was Tony. The Singman, I can hear. I can hear.
Okay.
Good. I'm not sure if I was coming through. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, okay, we're gonna blame it all on Tony then.
So Tony was asking about the layout of chiplet, the state,
Yes.
okay. I think we have it, right? But we don't have we didn't create it the bump map yet, but we do have everything other than the bumps in the
That's right.
yeah.
Yes. And we talked about that flow, but let's give Tony a minute to join,
Yeah, of
and
course.
then we can repeat that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Singmin, what I was saying is,
Yeah.
let's talk on Monday. When you're creating these connections, are you creating them by hand, or is there some way to automate this, right? Because you're gonna have thousands of connections to make.
Yeah.
Let's see what makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, I'm writing a Python code to connect all of them. Yeah, so
Okay.
uh yeah, I don't have progress so far, but I'm actually I have an experience uh uh, that I connected the wrapper to the CPU cores. So I'm just reusing that to connect the UCIs to the CPU IOs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If there's anything that's needed, let's
Mm.
think about it. Let me know on Monday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Tony is able to dial in. Tony, do you hear us?
Yes, I do hear you. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm,
I can hear you.
I'm still having problems getting into my cell phone because I went through the work link, so now I'm working on my personal thing. They're doing
Yeah.
all this new software stuff, so
Yeah.
it's a mess.
So on the layout, if you remember, Singman did have a layout. The only thing about that layout is it was a block level layout with pins on the sides. Now that we have the signal bumps, just the layout needs to be updated to move the pins as bumps, right? Move them to the top layer and reroute all the signals. Yeah, so that's the update. I think Tony, maybe, I'm not sure if you can hear me. Maybe we can talk offline. No point in holding the line, trying to repeat everything. I can give you a quick update if you want offline. And
Yeah, that's fine. I'll call you offline.
okay, yeah. So that's where we are. I feel that pretty soon we should be able to start doing the substrate level layout. And most importantly, start creating some of the models. That
Sigmund, are you back
yeah,
in the US? Sigmund, are you back in the US?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I came back a couple of days ago from Korea. Yeah. I'm in US now.
yeah. So one thing that for the global summit in the fall, OCP has reserved a whole day session about on basically for open chiplet economy is a sub project.
Mhm.
So one thing that we submitted is to talk a little bit about our experience of implementing this design. So definitely now we have a hard target to have some results by October.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Understood.
the pressure is on us to get this thing done.
Mm. Yeah. Understood. Uh uh but I think I haven't registered yet to the OCP summit. Um is there
But
any way to get supported for the registration?
yeah, so the registration, you're gonna get a so here's what's happening with that. They're
Yeah.
going to they got a whole bunch of submissions for different talks and different topics.
Mhm.
They are going through that, and I think they completed it just this week, seeing what the topics are and rearranging some of the talks.
Mhm.
You saw we got grouped with other people.
Yeah, yeah. I see.
So I don't, they haven't communicated back to us. What does that mean? Whether they change this to a panel or presentation. But
Mm.
on your question, first of all, as a speaker, uh, you will get at some point a notification, and as a speaker, you basically get a free pass.
Mm.
As far as travel expenses, I'm waiting for a couple of responses. So I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for the information. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so working on that. Once we get closer to this, we'll have a little bit more clarity. Probably towards the beginning of September, we'll have a little bit more clarity about how those logistics are going to work out.
Mm. Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. That's all I had for today. Anything else on your minds?
Nothing on my side. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's conclude then for today. I'll give an update to Tony offline. And Sing and me and you will meet on Monday.
Yeah. I see you. I'll talk to you on Monday. Yeah.
All right. All right, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Talk to you next week.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.